and today we're going to talk about how you estimate and then measure an angle. So the first fact that you need to know is that angles are usually measured in degrees. It's not the kind of degree that you use to tell the temperature outside. It's got the same little symbol there, though, which is like a little tiny circle near the number. And the way that you measure the degrees, the first thing that you need to know about that is that circles, a whole circle is 360 degrees. Okay? So I like to use the clock model, particularly when I'm trying to estimate the measurement of an angle. So the clock model is something we've talked about in class already, but basically you can see the points on my circle like a clock. We've got 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And if you think about those, 3 o'clock is 90 degrees, or a right angle. 6 o'clock would be 180 degrees, or if you could see just that angle, it would be a straight angle, which looks just like a straight line. 9 o'clock would be 270 degrees, and then 12 o'clock would be 360 degrees. So this is a good tool for you to use when you're just looking at an angle and you're trying to estimate. I'll show you what I mean. We've got this angle here. I don't really know what but if you can imagine your little clock superimposed over the top of this angle, you can see, okay, well, it starts at 12 and it doesn't make it to the 3. So we know it's got to be less than 90 degrees. Then you could look and say, look, it's actually a little bit less than halfway to the 3. It's probably a little bit less than halfway. It's probably not quite to the 2. So, I don't know, it would be less than 45 degrees, so less than half of 90. So you might say, I don't know, about 33 degrees. And I think you'd be pretty close. I think that's quite a good estimation. So if you can visualize your little clock over the top of your angle, it's a really good trick for making an estimate of the angle. Okay, it gives you somewhere to start anyway. Okay, but of course, the most efficient way to measure an angle is to use a protractor, okay, which is what we're going to be doing in class quite a bit. Basically, this is my artist's impression of a protractor. It's just a half circle. Obviously, it only measures 180 degrees because it's half circle, starting at 0 all the way up to 180. And what you're going to do is place this crosshatch here, this perpendicular lines, over the point of your angle. You place it over the point, and then you're going to line up your 0 line with your angle, with one side of the angle. And wherever the other side of the angle is, that is the measurement of your angle. So for example, if we have lined up an angle here, then we put it up next to our 0. We've got the point of our angle at this perpendicular line. Then we measure, we look at the reading, and we know that our angle is 45 degrees. Okay? So it's pretty straightforward. It's just like using a ruler, only measuring something different, measuring degrees. Pretty straightforward, and I hope this has helped you get your head around how to estimate and measure the degrees of angles. Good luck!